And today, I had a test for a summer course I'm doing at 2 p.m. I rock up at 1:30 all confident, like, there's no way I'm late for this. But I get to the room we're meant to have the exam in. I look around. Normally people are waiting in the hallway because you're not allowed into the exam room before you're not allowed into the exam room until they're ready. I'm looking around and there's no one there. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. It's week 3 now. Let's go back to where this all started in week 1. Okay, so a timetable goes like this. So I have 2 hours of lecture, followed by a 1 hour break, and then 2 hours of lab time. Same thing on Wednesday, and on Friday it's just a lecture. So I go into week 1 not reading any of the course outline. So I'm going in completely blind. Not only did I fail to read the course outline, I rock up to the first lecture 30 minutes late, so I completely missed where to go over the course outline as well. So you can see we're off to a good start. So after the lecture, I go to my lab, like in the timetable. No one's there. So I choose a computer, sit down, log into the course website, start looking around, read the course outline, reading. Lab start on Wednesday of week 1. Instead of reading the Wednesday lab and getting a head start, I just left. I went home. Wednesday comes along, and I'm thinking, there's no way I'm gonna be late today. My lecture starts at 10. At about 9:50, I'm going by the uni. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be late today. But guess what? I was late again. So what happened this time was I spent about 20 minutes circling the uni looking for parking. I couldn't find any. I had to go further and further away until I found something 20 minutes away. So to all those people who think parking's gonna be a lot easier in summer school, you're wrong. Actually, now that I think about it, during semester I normally have to park 30 minutes away, so parking 20 minutes away is actually pretty good. But anyway, yeah. So you add that time up with the 20 minutes I spent walking to uni, I was 30 minutes late again. So this time I rock up to the lab and there's actually people there. But I realized very quickly that everyone's already typing. Everyone already knows what they're doing. So because I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't end up finishing the lab during the lab time. So I was thinking to myself, it's still on Friday. This will be easy. It wasn't. So on Friday, I had a decision to make. It was just a lecture, no lab. Do I bother showing up? Attendance isn't marked. I didn't learn much from the first 2 lectures, so I thought there'd be no point going to the 3rd lecture. That might have been because I was late the first 2 lectures, and I had a lab due as well, so I thought, stay at home, finish the lab. But I gotta tell you guys, it was a lot harder than I was expecting. I did not finish on Friday. Handing it in 1 day late incurs a 20% penalty, so that's the mark you get on the lab minus 20%. 2 days is 40%, and 3 days is no So submitting it 1 day late is a 28% penalty. So that's 20% taken off the actual mark you got, not the max mark. 2 days late is 40%. I can't remember if 3 days late was 60% or if you just get 0 after 3 days, 3 days or later. But anyway, I didn't finish it on Friday and I submitted it on Saturday. So being the big brain genius I am, I did some maths to calculate how many marks I actually lost. So basically, these labs are worth 20% of the whole course. And the best 5 out of 6 labs will count. So assuming this lab doesn't count, I've lost nothing. Assuming it does count, I've lost 1/5 of my marks for labs. So that's 1/5 of 20%. So that makes each lab worth 4%. Are you still following? Now, of that 4%, I lost 20%. So that ends up being 0.8%. Not gonna lie, I had all of that written down. So 0.8%, that's nothing. I find it very unlikely that losing that 0.8% will make me fail the course.